Well, hello everyone, and welcome to episode 88 of Impact Makers. So we're going to do this a little bit different. So first, we're going to go back in the Wayback Machine. I don't know if Dustin knows this from my background. As you all know, I'm a consultant I'm a CPA that consults, right? So I'm more than that. That's where the hat comes from. But way back, when I first said trying to figure out, do I want to do accounting? What is accounting? I took a class in high school, and in accounting one in high school, there was a sign in that room, and it said accounting was the language of business. And I said to myself, well, I think I want to be in business. So if I'm going to be in business, maybe I should know what the language of business is. I was taking a foreign language. I was a little contrarian. I took French. We didn't take Spanish like everybody else.
Same here. I was a French student too.
See, look at that. We come back together. So, to me, that class really did help be a catalyst for me in going into accounting. It didn't turn me away. And so fast forward, there's been a lot of talk about, do we have enough accountants coming out of school? Where's, where should we be going? And we have conversations amongst ourselves with other thought leaders, other accounting leaders, and you had an interesting conversation that kind of led you down a similar path. And so you ended up kind of looking at your kids' high school, their accounting program, and I think something interesting came out of that. So Dustin, I'll just kind of let you share that and really just conclude with, you know, maybe we all should, maybe accounting one should be a requirement in high school. I don't know, but I'll let you take it from here.
I will say we do in Florida now. We do have a personal finance class is required for all students starting this year. So my daughter, freshman in high school, is required to take that. But answering your question, so I was having lunch a couple of weeks ago with a good friend and colleague of ours, Dennis Sherrin. We were having lunch, and we started talking about the pipeline issues in the CPA profession, what the good work that the National Pipeline Advisor Group has done, and some of their conclusions and that type of thing. And I wanted to dig a little bit deeper. So we were talking about it at lunch, and so I went down a rabbit hole when I got back to my office. And as I looked at the executive summary, there wasn't really anything in there that talked about getting more interest in high school. It was part of one of the six main themes, but it wasn't specifically spelled out in the executive summary. Now in the full report, it is, there's some paragraphs on high school and even middle school and getting interest there. But I dug into the rabbit hole, and I was thinking to myself, my son is a junior, my daughter is a freshman. My son is now in his third year of taking accounting classes at the high school. So I know they've had, I figured, I just had a feeling that they've seen some growth in the amount of accounting classes. And I got to do a career day last year there and speak to a career in accounting. And so I asked the accounting teacher, Mr. McCown, if he'd be able to pull some numbers for me. And, from 2020, the first year they started offering accounting classes, and then to now, what does it look like? I feel like they've seen a lot of growth. And the numbers shocked me. First off, over 15% of all students in the school are electing to take an accounting class. The numbers from year one to now, it's 4 times the amount of students that are taking accounting classes. After 2 years, they added an accounting 2. After 4 years, they added an accounting 3. And they're getting nearly 80% of students in accounting 1 to take accounting 2. So interest is building there. These numbers, I know it's one high school, right? It's a small sample size, but I'm glad I dug down that rabbit hole, and Mr. McCown was able to provide me some nice data here and charts and all of that. I think there's something here that we want to get out to have more discussion about in our broader profession. Is maybe we do need to put a little bit more emphasis on getting some interest started before they even get to college in high school. We're seeing some good numbers here at this one high school. I understand it's a mid-sized high school in Florida, but what would happen if we saw a lot more high schools around the country have these types of numbers and growth in the amount of their accounting classes and the accounting students, what would that do to interest in college? I think it would have a positive correlation.